The Scottish Highlands feel like a place forgotten by time. A landscape filled with endless green valleys, dark mountains, deep lochs, ancient castles, and heavy mist slowly moving across the hills. Located in the northern part of Scotland, the Highlands are one of the most atmospheric and mysterious regions in Europe. Everything here feels wild, untouched, almost unreal. The roads stretch endlessly through empty valleys surrounded by towering mountains and dramatic cliffs. Sometimes the fog becomes so thick that entire landscapes disappear within minutes. And that's exactly what makes the Highlands special. This is not a place built around modern cities or massive tourist attractions. The Highlands are about nature, isolation, silence, and atmosphere. For centuries, this region remained difficult to cross. The harsh weather, rugged terrain, and remote locations shaped both the land and the people who lived here. Even today, many parts of the Highlands feel incredibly remote. You can drive for hours without seeing major towns, surrounded only by mountains, lakes, rivers, and endless open land. One of the most famous locations in the Highlands is Glen Coe, a valley known for its dramatic scenery and dark history. Massive mountains rise sharply from the valley floor while clouds constantly move across the peaks. The atmosphere here feels cinematic in every direction. Another iconic part of the Highlands is the Isle of Skye. Known for its rugged coastline, waterfalls, steep cliffs, and unreal landscapes, Skye looks almost like a fantasy world. Places like the Old Man of Storr and the Currying have become some of the most recognizable natural locations in Scotland. The weather plays a huge role in shaping the experience. Sunshine can suddenly turn into rain, clear skies can disappear behind thick fog within moments. But instead of ruining the scenery, the changing weather actually makes the Highlands feel even more dramatic. Everything feels alive. The Highlands are also deeply connected to Scottish history and legends. Ancient castles stand isolated near lakes and cliffs, surrounded by stories of clans, battles, and myths that shaped Scotland for centuries. Some places almost feel haunted, not because they are frightening, but because the atmosphere feels so old and mysterious. Even the silence feels different here. The Highlands are also home to some of the most famous lakes in the world. Loch Ness, surrounded by dark hills and deep waters, became globally famous because of the legend of the Loch Ness Monster. Whether the story is real or not almost doesn't matter anymore. The mystery itself became part of the identity of the Highlands, and that perfectly represents what makes this region so unique. The Scottish Highlands are not about luxury or fast-paced travel. They are about atmosphere, about feeling small in front of nature, about driving through landscapes that feel almost mythical. Very few places in Europe still feel this wild and untouched, and that's why the Highlands continue to fascinate travelers from around the world. This is not just Scotland. This is one of the most atmospheric landscapes on Earth.